If you've ever been left behind, betrayed, or told you weren't enough, this story is for you. Like, subscribe, and get ready for one of the most emotional and empowering journeys you'll hear today. Welcome to English Story Today. Don't forget like and subscribe. My name is Nora. I am 27 years old. I live in a small village in Canada. When I was a little girl, I dreamed of a simple and happy life. I wanted to grow up, find a good man, get married, have children, and live in a small, cozy house. I thought life would be simple if there was love. But I learned that life does not always follow dreams. I met Ryan when I was 23. He was 26. Ryan was tall and had black hair and green eyes. He had a soft laugh and he liked to make jokes. He talked a lot and told funny stories. We met at a birthday party of my cousin. Ryan asked me for my phone number that night. I felt shy, but I gave it to him. The next day, he sent me a message. He wrote, "Do you want to meet for tea?" I said, "Okay." We met at a small tea shop in the village. It was cold outside, but warm inside. We sat and talked for 3 hours. We laughed. He told me about his job as a taxi driver. I told him about my work at the library. After that tea, we met again and again. He brought me flowers. He called me every night before I went to sleep. After 2 months, I felt I was falling in love. After 3 months, I told him, "I love you." He smiled and said, "I love you too, Nora." I felt so happy. We were together for a year. I did not have much money because the library did not pay much, and Ryan did not earn much either, but I did not care. I thought love was enough. One morning when I was getting ready for work, I felt very sick. I thought maybe I ate bad food. The next day I felt sick again. My best friend Hannah came to see me. She said, "Nora, maybe you are going to have a baby." I laughed. "No, Hannah, I don't think so." But in my heart, I was not so sure. I went to the small store and bought a test. I did the test in my bathroom. I waited and waited. When I looked at it, my hands started to shake. It said, "Positive." I sat on the floor. I was going to have a baby. That evening, I went to Ryan's small house. He opened the door and smiled. I did not smile. He looked at me and asked, "What happened?" I said, "I have news. I am pregnant." Ryan became very quiet. He sat down. He looked at the floor. Then he asked, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes." He did not smile. He stood up and walked to the window. He did not look at me. He said, "This is not a good time, Nora. I am not ready to be a father." His words felt like ice in my heart. I said, "But we love each other." He did not say anything. He just said, "I need time." That night, he did not hug me. I could not sleep. Next morning, he left early. He said, "See you later." But I knew it was not true. After that day, Ryan did not call me. He did not answer my messages. He did not open his door when I went to his house. One day, I sent him a last message. He wrote back, "I can't do this. I'm sorry." After that, nothing. I went back to my parents' small house. I sat in my old bedroom and cried for hours. My mother hugged me and cried, too. My father did not say much, but he put his hand on my head. He said, "You will never be alone, Nora." Those words made me feel warm for a moment. I worked at the library every day. I read books to children. I smiled at people, but inside I was scared and alone. My belly grew bigger. I felt the baby move inside me. I went to the doctor in town. I heard my baby's heartbeat. I cried. I bought small baby clothes. My mother helped me get a small baby bed. One cold night, my pains started. My mother took me to the small hospital. I held her hand so tight. The nurse said, "It is time, Nora." I was afraid, but I was ready. After many long hours, I heard a small cry. The nurse said, "It's a boy." They put him in my arms. He was soft and warm. I looked at his tiny face. I whispered, "Hello, my baby. I am your mama." I named him Leo. I stayed in the hospital for 2 days. Then we went home. My mother helped me every day. But at night, it was just me and Leo. He cried a lot. I was so tired. Sometimes I cried, too, but when I looked at him, I felt strong. I kissed his small head and said, "I will never leave you." Ryan never called. He never came to see Leo. One day, I saw Ryan at the bus stop. He looked at me, then looked away. He did not say a word. I wanted to scream, "This is your son." But I stayed quiet. I held Leo in my arms and walked away. When Leo was 6 months old, I went back to work at the library. My mother stayed with Leo when I worked. I missed him every minute. At the library, I put books on shelves. I smiled at children. But my feet hurt, my back hurt, but I did not stop. Sometimes Leo got sick. I stayed awake all night. I gave him warm water. I sang soft songs. When he got better, I felt like I could breathe again. When he turned 1, he started to walk. He fell many times, but he got up again. I clapped and said, "Bravo, Leo." He laughed and clapped, too. When Leo was 2, he talked more. He said, "Mom, a book and more milk." He liked to play with my shoes. He liked to dance to music on the radio. One day, I took him to the small park. He ran in the grass. He saw other children. He laughed and played with them. I sat on a bench and watched him. The sun was warm on my face. I felt tired but thankful. That day I saw Ryan again. He was with another woman. They were laughing. I looked away. I did not want Leo to see him. He did not know Ryan was his father. I held Leo's small hand and kissed his head. That night, I looked at Leo sleeping. I said softly, "You have me. That is enough." When Leo was 3, I got a letter. I was approved for a small house from the village council. It was very small, but it was ours. My father helped move our things. My mother made soup for us that night. Leo laughed when he saw his small bed. I said, "This is our home now." In our small house, life was simple. I read Leo books every night. He loved the one with the yellow duck. He always said, "Duck." Funny. Sometimes, at night, I sat alone and felt lonely, but I never missed Ryan. I only wished for peace. One day a woman came to the library with her daughter. She looked tired too. She said, "It is hard to be alone, isn't it?" I smiled and said, "Yes, but our children make us strong." She smiled back and said, "You are doing great, Nora." That night, I hugged Leo tight and said, "You are my strong boy." When Leo turned 4, he asked, "Mama, do I have a daddy?" I felt a pain in my heart. I said, "You do, but he does not live with us." Leo asked, "Why?" I said, "Because he did not want to stay." Leo looked at me and said, "It's okay. I have you." I hugged him. I whispered, "Yes, you have me always." Now Leo is 5 years old. He goes to kindergarten. He wakes up early and says, "Good morning, Mama." He eats breakfast slowly and always wants more jam on his toast. He loves his small school bag. He talks about his friends. He tells me, "Mama, I want to be a doctor like you. Read in my books." I laugh and say, "You can be anything you want, my love." Sometimes, I sit by his bed at night. I look at his small face. I remember all the hard nights. I remember all the days I thought I could not do this. But here we are, just me and my little boy. And I know now maybe my life did not go as I dreamed, but I have Leo. He is my dream. He is my love. He is enough.